Welcome back. Today we're going to complete page 12 and we are going to make this box as though we can climb in, but we can also see the back of the box. So this takes a couple more lines. It's just a little bit more advanced. I know you can do it. So to begin with, hopefully you still have what we did yesterday. And what I'd like for you to do now is I would like for you to simply, very lightly, you're going to sketch a line in here. So what I'd like you to do is line your straight edge up here, and it should be lined up to the corner here and right here, and just simply draw a line. You don't need to connect your whole line, connect the whole line. Just draw a line and stop about in the middle. So in the middle of your square, stop. Now what we're going to do is I want you to be able to show that now we can see into the box, and we can actually see all the way to the back of the box. In our two previous boxes, we could not see completely to the back edge. This is how easy it is. It takes just simply two more lines, but they need to be parallel lines. So at your stopping point here, if you would go to your side line, slide over. When you get right there, you want this to be up and down parallel. So check it to see, do the slide, but then also kind of eyeball it and simply draw a line like that. So just a little bit of a review. I matched this corner with this corner. And I drew a diagonal and stopped in the middle of the square. Now, at this point here, I simply took my straight edge, slid it, and drew a line straight up. So take a moment to do both of those lines. Okay, so now at this point here, we're going to draw a line parallel to these lines. So you can either lay your straight edge down here and go up till you hit that dot, or you can lay your straight edge here and slide down till you hit that dot. Either way works, either way gives you the same spot. And draw a line like that. So hopefully if you kind of squint your eyes, take a step back, you can now see this becomes the very back of your box. So I'm going to show my light source. So I know right now that the darkest part of my box is going to be the interior, this interior square. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this first, just because sometimes it's nice to have some dark lead to rub your smudger into, or your paper towel. So notice that I'm rendering with my pencil. I'm going all the same direction. I haven't gotten it into the corners yet, but that's where this little supply comes in really handy. Can help me move my lead around, get into the corners. I can then go back into the edges, darken them in. So you do that as well. Now, thinking about light and how light hits, again, with my paper towel, which rubbing this makes it nice and soft and vivid, I can take my dirty paper towel and barely press, barely press, and get a light shade. And probably inside the box here, the light might touch this edge and slightly get darker there. So I'm going to just pull some lead from that dark. Now, because there is not much light over here, this will probably be fairly dark, maybe not quite as dark as the interior. Again, I highly suggest you move your book around for the comfort of your hand. I think mine looks a bit scratchy, so I'm going to take my dirty paper towel. It melts it together, even makes it slightly darker. I'm going to clean it up a little bit with just a regular pencil eraser. And the interior here doesn't have, it's probably very similar to this shade. So I'm gonna lay some lead down. So I'll give you a chance to catch up. You might be wondering by this time, am I going to get grades for this? Yes, you will get grades for your sketchbook. Periodically, I will be having you take pictures of all your pages and turn them into me. We won't do it every single day. So you always will have time to go back and complete or add if you didn't quite get everything done. So just, you will wait until we have pages done, and I will be really clear in giving you the instructions of what to do. Definitely take good care of this sketchbook because it is worth quite a few grades to you. Okay, so now we're going to add the wall, the floor. So to do that, I need to go actually to probably further than the back of my box. So there's the back of my box, and I'm just going to slightly slide up. And put the floor in the wall line. Now we will shade it. And this is how what I mentioned about giving a dark shade in here. You see the line that you drew right there? I like the shade to help indicate that line. So notice how you no longer see the line because I swallowed it up with the shading. So just lay some lead down and then take your paper towel . And you have completed your third 3D box. So for page 12 to be complete, you have put in your little line to create your illusion of jumping in the box, crawling in the box from the side, or crawling in the front of the box. You have shaded it to give it the three-dimensional effect. We will stop there for today, and if you need to go back in your sketchbook and possibly do any more shading on your very first cube, do so. If you didn't finish any of the other previous pages we did, like if you did not finish page 4, page 5, and page 6, feel free to go back and finish and use time today to finish that as well. Some of the pages we will skip. We have not done anything on page 7. We have not done anything on page 8 as well. And I do hope that you see where your various shading, your lights, your middles, your darks, come in super handy when we are drawing. So we'll call that a day today, and I will see you again. Bye-bye.